understand more about including learners with additional needs in various schools and in our programs. So when we talk about additional needs, additional needs, we mean that these are children or learners who have difficulties in one way or the other in understanding certain things that have been taught in schools. So in our first session, we are going to look at including learners with cognitive or learning impairments. When we talk about this, we basically are meaning that children, many of them are in school, but they have different challenges that at one time or the other, teachers they fail to understand what they're going through. But this is one of the areas that I want to tackle and make us to understand what it's all about. Now, when we talk about cognitive or learning impairments, we mean that these are children with the learning impairments and they represent varied groups of developmental or conditions associated with the intellectual or physical impairments. These developmental impairments may cause difficulties in certain areas of life, specifically might be in mobility, language, learning and self-help and independent living that affects their daily living or their daily lives in schools. So the developmental impairment may affect all aspects of learners' ability to meet their developmental milestones in motor skills, speech, cognitive skills, and social and emotional development that a child is supposed to develop when still in school. This can have a significant impact on their preferred this can have a significant impact on their ability to function with the daily tasks. Developmental impairment areas or impairments are also referred to as a global development delays, which is an umbrella term used to describe learners who experience significant delay in their cognitive and physical development. Learners with certain conditions that cause developmental impairments can have learning impairments as well. But for example, learners with Down syndrome or autism also have learning impairments. Now, how can a teacher identify that this learner has this learning or cognitive impairment? There are certain features or evidence that can clearly showcase that this child has such impairment. One of them might be visible signs of conditions like Down syndrome, which affects them. Then another one might be the significant difficulty with physical conditions. When we talk about now the physical condition, that's another certain things that a child cannot do it by himself or herself. Then we also have a speech and communication problems. We have ever got children who are stammerers, who have speech impairments. This also affects them in their learning aspects. Someone will ask me how it affects. You see, many often times people often laugh at such children when they're in school, and it makes them very hard to express themselves when the right time comes. Then we have the significant difficulties with the problem solving or reasoning tasks that peers of the same age can undertake. Sometimes you may think that as a teacher, you may think that what you have given is a very simple task. You find that other learners have done it well, but this child struggles with the same task that you are giving. And then if you are not serious, you begin to think that this child is dull or is not active in class, but yet this child might be having such kind of syndrome or impairment. So it's better for you to take them slow and get to understand what exactly they're going through.